cannot get tired of money, but this money here will turn people right in and greedy. I know he's sick of my money, cause every time he coughs, he coughs in inside of my left right pocket. Watch this, he's broke boy spot this.
Yep, this is how two idiots who started making comedy sketches together at 12 years old were featured on primetime national television. So let me tell you the story. It all started in February when I uploaded a little video called... And in the biggest twist of events possible, it absolutely blew up. And I couldn't believe my eyes. Paragraph type comments from people invested in my story, messages, shares, and overall support. And on February 15th, I got a message from someone named Radhika saying that she was from CNC3 and she wanted to do an interview with me to talk about my film and story. So, if you've seen my Jimmy Fallon Storytime video, you could probably already sense the hesitance I had for this to actually happen. Like, I have PTSD now. Like, I'm thinking something wrong is gonna happen along the way, and this would have been a completely different video. So the next day, I got a call from Radhika at CNC3 and spoke to her for the first time. She explained that she thought that my filmmaking journey and story would be a great feature on CNC3 News, and that she wanted to do it in a way that showcased the environment that I was in and just doing what I usually do. She then asked me, where do you live? Peculiar question, but I'm like, okay, here's where I live. So she said that the camera crew can probably come down next week. What? What? You want to come by my house and do it? Like film around the house and in my room and all this stuff? It's not like a studio interview? So I already got pretty nervous, but of course I'm not an idiot. I said yes. So we ended up rescheduling a few times throughout the course of a few weeks, and one time in particular when we had to reschedule made my heart absolutely drop. As I said before, I got PTSD from that Jimmy Fallon interview. Unless I see that news crew walking through that front door and planting themselves in my room with that camera, I'm thinking something's gonna go wrong before that happens. So one morning, admittedly I was still sleeping when I got a call from Radhika, and of course I put on the whole I was awake the entire time voice. Hello? Hey, morning, I'm good, how are you? And she chose the best way of starting off her sentence. She said, I'm really sorry to do this, but, and my soul left my body. And I'm like, there it is. It was too good to be true. But she ended up just saying, I'm really sorry to do this, but I can't make it on Friday. Can you do Monday? I told her yes, of course, Monday's fine. Told Shazid to come over if they want us to do like we're acting out a scene or something, and patiently awaited Monday morning. So it's 9 o'clock, waiting for them now. At house interview, first time. Hopefully I do well. And surely, at around 9 o'clock, they arrived. Okay, she's here. We gotta go. So they came in, said hi to mom and dad, and then quickly tried to figure out where to set up their shot. So the team of reporters that came by was Radhika De Silva, which is the journalist who originally reached out to me, her husband Christian De Silva, which is the photographer, and Ivan Tulsi, the videographer. Now, as soon as we went into the room, Ivan Tulsi set up his stuff, and they were ready to start going almost immediately. So first off, we didn't go straight into the interview. They had me just sit down by this computer and do as if I was editing for some B-roll kind of shots. And Christian, who's the photographer, would tell me to pose for some pictures every now and then.
So what I want you to do now is just turn around and right there, and you're looking at me. On the other hand, bring it down free. Right here. Right, nice. And you're looking at me and smiling.
It's a natural.
Shoot. Right.
And it was funny to see the difference in direction from Christian and Ivan.
Alright, do a little piece of editing it out. Yeah.
And then they finally got into the interview.
You're watching me, right? For the records, your name?
My name's Riyadh, and I'm 23 years old.
So tell us a bit about yourself and your background.
I was born in Trinidad. Grew up in New York for 10 years, and then when I was 11, we moved back to Trinidad. I guess it inspired me to want to start making little shorts by myself, just with my little webcam and stuff like that. And I know some people probably are wondering if I was nervous at this point, and I gotta be honest, not really. I was expecting to be more nervous, but I guess how I'm just in my own natural environment, everyone's kind of laughing, it's very casual the way everyone was. I felt really comfortable.
Tell us about your first video that you ever produced.
What, first video?
Yeah.
The first public video is called The Dead Bird. On my channel, it's a short that I created with my cousin.
Tell us about this Dwen's story.
Dwen is a short that I created in about June last year.
Did you actually saw Dwen?
Like in real life filming? No, not yet. Out of nowhere, Ivan just asks me if I saw a Dwen. I don't know why, but I guess how blunt and the way he asked it really made everyone laugh, especially Radhika. I was trying to answer the question, and I could see and hear her laughing off screen for the entirety of the time I was trying to answer it.
So apart from folklore, what other aspects of our culture would you like to show? Probably some of the social issues we face?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a few films, because this film right here, Red Alert, that was more of a social commentary kind of video about... Now, if you've seen the actual news segment, and I'll leave it in the description if you haven't seen it, it's really, really short. Like, during the course of the interview, I think I spoke for like 30-45 minutes. My throat even got dry at some points. You can get water.
Miss,
They've been talking for
some water.
He's very good. But they were also doing a written article for the Guardian newspaper as well, so I think that's where most of the information that was told went. And you'd probably think that when the cameras cut off and everything, they'd probably be more silent, or maybe they were thinking of the next shot, or just, you know, talking about work, but it was just a lot of jokes and stupid humor and talking and everything back and forth.
Come on, because see where we are here. This is, you can't get more bush than this. Hang on, because we all up there, all some of those
It's
countries over there.
midnight by the
It had Dwens there, nothing was spooky.
Dwens is coming in night time. Alright, go ahead, roll in again, eh? Just set back on.
Nobody last question asked?
So we finished my interview inside, and they wanted a different set because they actually wanted to interview my dad.
Alright, so we're here with...
Hey, no flash photography, kid.
I know everything. I was here.
Christian wanted us to get into a picture together for their Guardian newspaper article. The only person missing was my sister because she was actually in school for this one, but I guess she's there in spirit.
Everybody can smile and make us see the right?
You know, he's looking a little serious for this. I told him, well then, you know, maybe you should use the professional software.
So they started to interview my dad and asked him stuff about, you know, my story, his involvement in my story. I was just looking at everyone while he was speaking, and you could see everyone just kind of sit back, dialed in, and really taking in what he's saying. And you could see Mom kind of tearing up a little bit. It's kind of like you take a step back and you're like, what have we done to get to this point? I mean, Dad's on his couch talking to CNC3. We're gonna be on the news, the whole family taking pictures and videos, and they look so invested in the story and everything. So it was really cool to see.
If you keep doing your work, it will always pay off.
Time for your close-up. Yeah. So he finished his interview. Shazid had finally arrived, and now they were ready for us to do our act as if we're doing a movie or something. So they had us go to the back for another change in scenery.
And let me do like you do something, right?
Shaz, so you're the Dwen, Shaz?
Yeah, I see Dwen.
I'll set it up like right here. I knew that we wouldn't have any audio, so we were just talking nonsense the entire time and making it look like we're actually saying something of value. All right, so the script.
Yeah, so this
Take that out of your head. It's in bold over here.
Great.
You need to scream in bold.
I was doing medium.
Just stop your bowl, I want to get some nuts song from there. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me do that again. Go ahead.
We started laughing because we're like, we're not saying anything, and now we have to actually speak. You know what I mean? Oh, let's do the Emily line.
Yeah.
So I chose a random scene from Dwen, and I actually started directing him. Steven!
Emily?
Charles, let's hear one from the Dwen again.
Let's do as if we give them some instruction, right?
Okay.
Let's do it again. Steven!
Emily?
Steven, it has my leg.
Emily, that's you?
Yes, Steven, it's me.
Yes, it's me.
How was your acting experience there, Shaz?
It was pretty good. I never done anything like that before.
Me neither.
I think.
We had to act like we're acting.
Yeah, I know.
And that was it. They got all their shots and we started to walk them out. Radhika wanted a quick picture before she left with us because I guess she expects some great things from us in the future. We bid them farewell, and that was it for the day. Whoa, where do you... That shirt looks really clean.
Oh, the shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get this from the Realm TT.
What is these things down here? Like,
Oh yeah, the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get this from the Realm TT.
So, Tuesday night at 7:30, we patiently waited for the segment to air, and I could not be more nervous.
creator is aiming to become one of TNT's best filmmakers. Rahaman says he plans to do
Hey, you look good. You look good.
We'll have to.
Riyality Silver, CNC3 News.
Fascinating story.
Check out his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Yay. It looks good. Woo. That was so good. My phone's blowing up now. Okay, it looked good. I'm still kind of in shock seeing it like online for the first time. One small step for Reality Studio. Oh my god, I feel like I'm very famous, but I'm not. Please, sir, your computer has virus. Oh my god! Hey, I look good. We look so good. And look, Shazid, and me being like, yeah, I don't even know what's happening. I love the design of it. It's so cool. It's definitely the most like aesthetic feature I've been a part of, which is kind of crazy. So this is the progression: a little mention of my film, a half-a-page article, a full-page article, and then I think an even fuller page article. So I don't know what's next after this. Bigger paper. Yeah, that's the story. It's crazy. It actually happened. So thank you to Radhika, Christian, and Ivan for showcasing and telling my story in such a great way. I think that it's a pretty big step for me in 2023. So I'm gonna take it, keep that momentum, and continue on for 2023. Because this really, I've been making videos for years, but I still feel like this is the beginning in a way. And thank you to everyone if you watched the news segment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Watch this, these broke boys watch this, these broke boys watch this. I can make the whole crowd watch this. I can make it one stop, watch this. I can make it one stop.